The first time I ever smoked weed, it was nothing crazy. Neither really was the day leading up to it. It was a warm September day in 2017. I don't recall if this was necessarily before or right after I started school, my sophomore year, 10th grade. So I would have been 16 either way. I was hanging out with my best friend Rush. We weren't doing too much, probably just chilling at his house or he was chilling at mine. We both lived in the same town. It's a very small town, by the way. We decided anyways in the moment to go to the skate park because usually you'd find majority of our other friends that lived in the same town. We were all very close. We all knew everyone our age anyways. So when we arrived at the skate park, we did in fact see people that we knew and new faces that I had never seen. Rush, however, knew everyone there. So chilling with this newer group, we didn't really do much. We just walked around the town. We went to Subway, just normal things you would do in my town because there really wasn't much to do. And we were all young, we didn't have cars or anything. Only thing we had transporting us were scooters and bikes. One of the newer people that I met this day were having people over. His parents weren't home, so everyone's plan was to head there a little later in the night. I wasn't gonna go because like I said, I had just met him that day, but he personally asked me if I wanted to come. Rush was going, so I said why not, you know. If your best friend's going, you're gonna go too, right? So I stopped at home and I packed up a little overnight bag, like just my backpack. I don't recall if my mother drove me or if we got Rush's mom or his grandma to drive us. Those were common people that would drive us around when we needed to go somewhere that we couldn't necessarily walk or bike to. We could have. It would have been kind of long. Probably would have been like a 40-minute walk, which I guess some people isn't too bad, but the ride over was chill. Neither of our parents were really strict, you know, they didn't need to know too much about what was going on. I just met this guy anyways, so there's not much info I could even told anyone. By the time we get there, it's probably 7 or 8 p.m. Like I said, we really did not do much before this. We just wandered around town. As soon as we get there, the new friend that I made shows me around his house. It was a very beautiful house. And then we hang out in the kitchen living room area. The guy whose house we're at has to go pick someone up, and his dad left his truck there. Nobody had a license, but he took the truck anyways, and a majority of the people there went with him. There were probably only about 8 to 10 people at this house with us. There could have been more, I don't really remember, but I know everyone went in the truck with him to go pick up our other friend. So now left at the house was me, Rush, and another good friend of mine. Rush and my other buddy decide to roll a joint, and I guess they got the idea, like, hey Alan, you want to smoke a joint tonight? I don't remember if I mentioned this, but at the time I was not curious about weed at all. I was not interested in trying it. I hadn't even had a beer. Like, I hadn't drank alcohol at all. So at first I was like, no, I'm good. Appreciate it though. And it wasn't peer pressure, but I mean, they were kind of like, oh, come on. I know you want to smoke this. And I was like, no, really, I don't want to smoke it. You know, I've never smoked weed. I'm not doing it tonight. I said, come on. You're just gonna take a puff or two. And eventually, you know, I was like, all right, fine. I'll take a puff or two. I'll try it out, but I'm not smoking more than that. So while they were rolling the joint, I guess I was pacing around the room because my one buddy said, Alan, you good? I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. He's like, you're nervous, aren't you? I was like, no, I'm not nervous. He's like, yeah, you are. You're nervous. I was like, yeah, I'm a little nervous, okay? Fuck. I never smoked weed, man. I was fucking nervous. Like, I didn't know what was gonna happen, dude. For all I know, it could have been like mushrooms where I fucking start seeing shit I'm not supposed to be seeing. That's literally what my idea of weed was. Like, I had no idea what it was like. Hadn't watched any videos or anything on it. I mean, I probably watched like some videos of Luna or shit, but like, you know, I didn't know what the effects of weed were. After they roll the joint, we go out on the patio. They light up the joint. They both take a couple hits, and then they pass it to me. And I'm shaking in my boots. I take the joint, I'm like, okay. They're like, come on, you got this. Just take a hit. So I suck on the joint, and I felt nothing. Because I didn't even inhale. I didn't know how to inhale, I guess. I don't know if that's a common issue, but I did not inhale the smoke. I thought I would just suck on it and it would go into my lungs, dude. I don't know, man. But I didn't inhale the joint, so I felt nothing. I took another hit after too. Felt nothing. Because I wasn't fucking inhaling. I thought I felt something though. I had the placebo effect. I was sitting in the living room. I thought my body was buzzing, but it wasn't. I was just fucking sober as a gopher, dude. The rest of the night is pretty irrelevant, if I'm being real. Nothing crazy happened. They came back with our buddy. They had a few shots, and then we just stayed up way too late. I did not have any shots either. I was a pussy back then, I'll tell you that. This night kind of like inspired me though, if that's the correct term to use. Like I said, I was not curious about weed at all, but after this night I was like, I took 2 hits and I didn't feel nothing, and nothing bad happened. So that must mean I could smoke weed. I could try to get actually like blasted. Like I want to feel something. Started a habit, whether it was for better or for worse, but yeah. I would then for like a month or 2 start actually like smoking weed, like taking pipe hits. When I first took a hit of the pipe, I did the same thing, dude. I did not inhale. And I was with Rush, and he was like, dude, I don't know what's going on. Like, you don't feel nothing? I'm like, nah. He's like, are you inhaling? I'm like, what does that even mean? Of course I'm inhaling. I'm hitting the thing, right? There's smoke coming out. He's like, no, but are you inhaling? And that's where I learned to inhale. Rush taught me how to inhale. That and a bong. The first bong hit I took, I actually did feel something. My body was buzzing. I remember that, dude. Had a vibration to it. I don't think I hit a big bowl because I didn't get like blasted like I usually would. Either that or I was just fucking immune to weed. Or like, you know, like when they say the first time you smoke weed you don't feel anything? Is that just because I wasn't fucking inhaling? Or is that because there was actually something going on? No, it's the fact I wasn't inhaling. The first time I ever smoked weed would have been that night at a buddy's place, but first time I ever felt something from weed, well, that would have been with the pipe. Or specifically, I more remember the bong rip and the walk to McDonald's, and I was like, holy fuck, I am high. First time I ever got blasted though was on edibles, but I'll save that for another story. Like I said, this day really wasn't crazy. Neither was the experience. It was just a normal night, but I decided to smoke weed. I was very lacking on the uploads this week. I worked 40 hours a week, and I had like a pretty busy week outside of that, so I mean, when I got home, it was just, I was not filming nothing. I was just playing games and going to bed. I'm trying to aim for at least 2 uploads a week. If I could continue that, that would be amazing, but yeah, preferably not gonna wait like 7 days to upload every time. I had a pretty good first 3 videos were pretty spread out evenly. I think it was like a 2-day difference in between all of them. I haven't really smoked today, so I'm gonna go do that after this. I was gonna smoke before, but you know what, since it's my first life story, I wanted to make sure I could actually properly tell the story. Because I already know if I get blasted and I try doing this, it's probably going to be like a fucking roller coaster of details everywhere. But like, obviously, naturally, I'm cutting these videos, so you don't even see the amount of stutters and fuck-ups I do during the recording. Like right there. Maybe I do need to smoke weed before doing this, though. It could calm me down more so I could tell the story without fucking up words and whatnot. I was originally going to start off this video with the joint that I rolled in my last video, like that shitty not packed well joint. I was gonna smoke that. I hadn't smoked it yet. I was supposed to smoke it the night after, but I rolled another one. I just smoked that one instead. So I'm still gonna smoke that one, even though it's not gonna be a good smoke 100%, but I'll probably do that next video. I appreciate the likes I've been getting. I haven't been getting too many views. I mean, that's expected. I don't really care about the views, to be honest. The content I make is pretty unique anyways, and YouTube doesn't really like it, so I don't expect to get crazy views. Primarily doing this because I want to, and it's fun. Even if I get no traction, I don't care. I'm still gonna do this. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like or subscribe. I'm gonna try to consistently upload more. Sometimes I get busy though, so if I disappear for a bit, just know I'm just sleeping or something. I'm just dealing with other stuff. But anyways, thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.